I'm Kendra Douglas with Swish Appeal at ACC Media Day in Uptown Charlotte. I'm getting the chance to talk to some of the athletes about their upcoming season and just how well they know their teammates.
Athletes like Jeffrey have accomplished many goals across the world, but now he is reaching for a bigger finish line.
Welcome back to Carolina Week. I'm Kendra Douglas with sports here live at the Dean Smith Center, where as you can see, the crowds are starting to form in. The buses just got here too. Now, Gibson isn't the only one who's getting ready for the Olympics. You have athletes on this campus right here, NC State, like the rifle team, who's also getting ready. And we reached out to more athletes, but it's too early to tell who's getting ready and who's not. I'm Kendra Douglas reporting live in Raleigh.
Defensive coordinator Gene Chizik is one of the 5 finalists for the 2015 Broyles Award, which goes to the nation's best assistant coach. The Heels defense is the biggest difference this year, that's for sure. Clemson's defensive coordinator is also a candidate. The announcement is on December 8th.
You know, speaking of basketball, this Friday is Late Night with Roy. Now, last year, Kennedy Meeks killed it with his performance by Whitney Houston.
Did he hit the high note? Did he hit it?
He definitely did.
The women's tennis team wasn't rocking any caps or gowns, but the Heels were able to honor the seniors in style Sunday afternoon. Senior Ashley Dye was part of the off-court and on-court festivities, defeating her Eagle opponent with ease, 6-2 and 6-1. When 25-year-old Jeffrey Gibson was growing up in the Bahamas, his first love was soccer, until he found another calling that would change his life.
Moving from one island to another with my family, they didn't have a soccer program there at the school I was, so I needed a different outlet, to keep me occupied.
Gibson started running track at the age of 15. After he broke a few national records, a certain Raleigh coach saw some potential.
And the reason I'm here in Raleigh is because of Coach George Williams. I was first introduced to him at World Championships in Russia, Moscow, Russia, 2013. He told me about his program here and the different athletes that he's had under his belt.
So with a few titles under his belt, Gibson packed up his life and joined Coach Williams' track club, GW Express. He hasn't looked back since.
Being the hopeful for my country, a lot's expected out of me. The Bahamas is known for its 400-meter athletes, but not 400-meter hurdlers.
Athletes like Jeffrey have accomplished many goals across the world, but now he is reaching for a bigger finish line.
I'm expecting from myself, I'm expecting to make Bahamian history. I want to be the first Bahamian athlete to win a gold medal in the hurdles.
Olympic gold is a goal assistant coach Sandy Chapman couldn't reach, but he hopes his athletes can.
My dream was always to go to the Olympics, but I came up short. I got a bone spur on my heel, and the doctor said I could never run again. So I try to put that into somebody else to see somebody else go. That's my biggest goal.
UNC track and field thrower Sarah Howard comes from a long line of people who like to throw things.
It was always kind of a family thing. My older cousins threw in high school, and I would tag along with my dad as he would coach them.
Howard started throwing at age 11. She has broken a national high school record along with one right here at UNC. And Howard says having to live up to the family legacy doesn't bother her at all.
Always said, there's no pressure for you to be a thrower, and I never really saw it that way. It was always just something that was just part of life.
Head coach and throwing coach Harla Smetters says Howard is one of the most talented kids he has worked with.
She's extremely dedicated, she's extremely focused, and she comes from a strong lineage of throwers, so she understands the event.
An event that's usually difficult for someone of her size, but Howard makes her 5'5" height work to her advantage.
I'm a rotator, so most taller people would have the issue of they gotta go easy out of the back because otherwise they'll be out of the circle, whereas I can pretty much go as hard as I want out of the back.
The junior athlete is ready for more challenges.
And then I also have the goals this summer of trying to make some Canadian teams.
Howard will enter the Canadian national tryouts that start July 2nd. In Chapel Hill, I'm Kendra Douglas reporting.